Have you ever felt trapped? Like the whole world is moving forward, but you're stuck in fear? What if I told you that the cage holding you back isn't around you, it's inside you? Today, we're going on a journey with a boy and a caravan, and by the end, you'll see exactly how to break free and soar. In a quiet desert village, surrounded by endless dunes that glimmered like golden waves, lived a boy named Sami. From dawn to dusk, he would climb the small hill behind his home just to watch the caravans pass through. Camels trudged steadily, travelers hummed songs of distant lands, and the scent of spices, tea, and sand filled the air. To Sami, each caravan was more than a journey. It was freedom, adventure, and life beyond the small boundaries of his village. Every day, Sami's heart ached with longing. He imagined himself riding with the travelers, feeling the wind whip through his hair, seeing mountains, rivers, and forests he had only dreamed of. But with each passing caravan, a familiar fear gripped him. "What if I get lost in the desert?" he whispered to himself. "What if I run out of water? What if I can't keep up with the caravan?" The villagers would often tease him. "Sami, you'll never leave the village if you don't face your fears." But their words barely touched him. His fear felt heavier than any desert sun, anchoring him to the same spot, day after day. One evening, as the last rays of the sun painted the dunes in fiery red and gold, the caravan prepared to depart. Sami stood at a distance, eyes wide, heart pounding. The eldest traveler, Hakim, a man whose eyes had seen countless deserts and journeys, noticed the boy. "Why aren't you coming with us, boy?" he asked, his voice calm but firm. Sami looked down, ashamed. I'm afraid. I don't know if I can survive the desert, if I can keep up, if I'll ever reach the end." Hakim knelt and looked him in the eyes. "Fear is a cage, Sami. It is not the desert nor the journey that will stop you. It is the doubt in your own heart. You will never know your strength unless you take the first step. Every great traveler, every brave soul has faced fear. The difference is they stepped forward anyway." The next morning, the desert was alive with soft golden light. Sami approached the caravan. His legs shook, his palms were sweaty, and his chest tightened with nervous anticipation. The camels, tall and sturdy, waited patiently. Sami climbed onto the back of one, gripping the saddle tightly. The ground shifted beneath him. Every fiber of his being screamed, "Turn back!" At first, the journey was terrifying. The sand stretched endlessly in every direction, waves of heat rippling up from the ground. Winds picked up suddenly, and dust swirled around him, making him squint and cough. A few times the camel stumbled, and Sami's heart leapt into his throat. He almost panicked. But then, something changed. As the caravan continued, a rhythm formed. Sami felt the camel's steady gait beneath him. He began to notice the beauty around him, the way the sun sparkled on the sand, the shadows that danced in the dunes, the calls of desert birds overhead. The fear that had felt so overpowering began to soften. With every mile, his confidence grew. He laughed for the first time in weeks, feeling a joy that only comes from conquering fear. By midday, he could stand tall on the camel, feeling the wind rush past him like a song of freedom. The desert, once a vast and terrifying cage, became a canvas of endless possibilities. By the time the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with deep crimson and violet, Sami was no longer the frightened boy who had watched from the hills. He had become a traveler, a dreamer, a soul who had dared to step forward. He realized then that the cage had never been the desert. It had been his fear. Once he chose courage over doubt, freedom awaited him. As the caravan moved steadily onward, Sami knew this was only the beginning. There would be storms, fatigue, and moments of doubt ahead. But he had discovered a truth that would never leave him. Courage always outweighs fear, and the first step is the most powerful. This story teaches us fear is an invisible cage that only you can unlock. True growth begins when you step out of your comfort zone. Every journey starts with one brave step. If this story inspired you, subscribe to our channel for more motivational stories that will help you break your fears and soar beyond your limits.